Mental illness. Everyone has experienced some form of mental illness in some way, whether it be through themselves, in their friends or family, or seeing a story about it in the news. Everyone knows what it is. So why is there such a low number of treatment for those struggling with mental health? Let's start with the most obvious: stigma. More than half of people with mental illnesses do not receive help. People avoid seeking treatment in fear of being treated differently, like losing jobs. Quote, "Because people with mental illnesses are crazy, I should not hire them." In many parts of the world, like India, diseases are things like cancer, tuberculosis, cardiovascular problems, and now COVID. How is feeling low or anxious the same? The effects of stigma and discrimination lead to negative outcomes for those suffering from mental illnesses. In most cases, this makes them turn away from getting the help they need. Number 2, government funding. Bad mental health has not even been recognized as an actual illness by a variety of different countries. We can look at China as an example. The per capita investment from the Chinese government for psychiatric hospitals is about $1.07, which is far lower than the 35.06 cents in high-income countries during that same period. This means that even though China makes a lot of money, barely any is being spent on healthcare needs. Compared to places like the US, this number is concerning. Other than the funding, you will find that resources are unevenly distributed, with the most hospitals and professionals concentrated in provincial capitals and developed eastern regions, such as Shanghai or Guangzhou. The lack of treatment differs from country to country, but each place faces their own individual issues regarding the mental health crises. Finally, we can talk about COVID-19. During the almost 3-year period, every single person on the planet came across something they had never experienced before. Lockdown, isolation, social distancing. This pandemic affected the mental health of millions so suddenly. In the first year of COVID-19, global prevalence of anxiety and depression increased by a whopping 25%. The social isolation held a massive toll. There was no longer a work, a school, a community to be with every day. Social interaction was limited to online. Those working in healthcare quickly became exhausted from being constantly surrounded by the sick and watching most of them suffer alone. The pandemic caused a kind of trauma that had never been seen before. The low number of treatment for mental health correlates with the severe disruptions to mental health services during COVID-19. People who needed help the most were left hanging because of something no one could control. Mental, neurological, and substance abuse services were the most disrupted, suicide prevention being at the top of the list. Even if the situation has improved today, too many people remain unable to get the support they need for both pre-existing and newly developed mental health conditions. While there are other factors, stigma, lack of government funding, and COVID-19 contributed plenty to the falling treatment of mental illnesses. Bad mental health stems from a variety of different reasons and situations, but no matter the background, everyone deserves the basic human right to treatment and care. My name is Ariana Joy DiCastro, and thanks so much for watching.